This is JordanTower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Okay, so a lot of people are reacting to Terrance Crawford losing his belts because he won't pay a fee. Now, I think Camron had the best reaction from this. He said, it's like extortion. You win the belts, they collect dust, and you have to pay fees on them. I mean, it's pretty crazy when you think about it, all right? Now, I saw, what's his name? Oscar De La Hoya. De La Hoya. He said he was coming towards the end of his career while Pacquiao. Okay, so then what did he say? He said something about it. He says, Crawford, who became undisputed welterweight king following 9th round, finishing Errol Spence Jr. in 2023. He says, De La Hoya said, Pacquiao would have beat me because he got stopped. Well, where's his reaction? I saw him criticizing him, okay, on some video. And Oscar De La Hoya, he just likes to be controversial in the boxing world. I agree with Camron. It's extortion. Terrance Crawford is a great boxer, and he doesn't need some belts for us to know that, okay? He's a humble guy. It's rare. Was he Oscar De La Hoya? Oh, here he goes off for refusing to pay the WC sanctioning fees. Let's see. Let's play a little bit of this. Oscar De La Hoya is kind of as I said, controversial. Let's see.
Is he to basically go fuck themselves yesterday and is refusing to pay sanctioning fees to them for his $50 million fight against Canelo?
It's $300,000 for some belts.
$50 million. Did he forget where he came from?
Okay, if he got 50, what do you mean came from? What, he's supposed to pay them? Pay the fees? What? Wait.
Or how he got there? How do you think you rose to that level? Through the ranking system. You get positioned to make that kind of money. I mean, come on, you're 38 years old. You've been paying sanctioning fees for a long time in the past. There's nothing new here. It's nothing groundbreaking. You had no problem when they were ranking you to fucking fight Canelo. But suddenly the WBC is the enemy and the of all people?
I don't know about this. I'm going to be honest. I think it's extortion, to be honest with you. It's just that it's just a bunch of crooks. And I don't get why Oscar De La Hoya is agreeing with this, you know? Like, what, so they take his belts away. What does that mean? I think Mike Tyson gave his belts up, too, at one point. And Mayweather says whatever. They just collect dust anyways, you know? It's like, nobody can erase your record. I don't know. I'm with Terrance Crawford on this one. Then we got French Montana is going to be part of Fyre Festival 2. I think it's over this weekend. Now this is Billy McFarland. Remember he did the Fyre Fest with Ja Rule. This guy is trying to do it again, and he's building up the island again. He's not going to an existing place where you can have a stage and fly a stage in and put it together. He's building it with wood on an island, okay? If anybody knows about building on an island, which I do, okay, because I've built on an island before, okay? It is truly expensive when you're using wood, okay? And he's building a wood stage, all right? There's a reason why a lot of things are made of concrete on islands. It's actually, believe it or not, it's cheaper to work with concrete, okay? And it's, even though it comes with like structure issues sometimes with cracking and stuff, it can be easily repaired. Wood, if it rots or something, it's expensive, okay? So this guy has extremely high overhead. We'll see what happens. I mean, French Montana is supposed to come in a helicopter and perform. The island looks tiny. It'll be interesting. But good thing for French Montana, he's not backing the whole situation like Ja Rule was. Ja Rule came out looking like a clown in that situation. He didn't do his background work. You got to see who you're doing business with, you know? Okay, so the U.S. is asking a judge to sentence K. Flock to 50 years in prison. His sentencing is set for December 16th. All right, so let's see. K Flock. Let's go look at rapper K Flock found guilty and charges. Okay. So let me summarize this for you. So he was under RICO, right? And the outcome, they did 2 days of jury deliberation. All right, just to rehash this. And he was convicted on 5 of 6 charges. All right, so murder in the aid of racketeering related to 2021 killing of 24-year-old Hausker Hernandez outside of a Harlem barbershop. We've all seen that footage, okay? His defense successfully argued self-defense as Hernandez reportedly had a firearm, okay? So he's had delay sentencing for about 6 months at this point. It's 10 to 20 years minimum based on his convictions. So racketeering conspiracy count 1, leading and conspiring with DOA in a pattern of violent crimes. Okay, using a firearm resulting in death, discharging gun racketeering activities that caused death. This is linked to that shooting. Attempt murder and assault with a deadly weapon in aid of racketeering. Planning and executing shootings against rivals. Involved in assaults on opposing gang members. Using a firearm, attempted murder and assault with a dangerous weapon. Possessing and using a firearm and above. Okay, so then violent crimes in aid of racketeering. It seems like they when they give you these charges, it's just like they rename the charge a different way and then add them up as 6 charges. Weird system. But he was acquitted in murder in the aid of racketeering on count 2, cleared to due to self-defense. So he got 1 drop. So 50 years. How old is he? 50 years. He'd come out when he's 60, I guess. I don't know. I don't think he's going to get 50 years. I think he's going to get 30. 20 to 30 years. And then, eventually that time will get shaved down. He'll be out in I don't know, 15, 20 years. But, if you go to jail and you don't do well, you get more time. Okay, so here's someone that came home from jail, Bobby Schmurda. Not 1 hit record since he's come home from jail, but he's living like a king, okay? Now, this is all allegedly because I saw somebody that works with him to get him houses that he lives in, right? He rents houses. He doesn't buy them. Recently rented a house in Miami according to this real estate guy who middlemans property owners, celebrities. He says, I hate doing this job because you should stop doing it if he hates it. A celebrity will move in to a house and you're paying rent, and he wants the homeowner to fix every little thing, like a door. Say they break a door. I need you to fix this door, this. And if they do, okay, so that's understandable. But it doesn't give you the right for a door to stop paying rent. And this is what Bobby Schmurda did, and he left a lot of these guys holding the bag. That's what they're alleging in these interviews. It's nasty. Meek Mill had Meek Mill and Friends concert in Philly. He brought out State Property, a bunch of people. He brought out Young Thug and thanked him for always standing by his side during the Drake beef. Yeah, went well. I think Meek Mill did a great thing for the city, bringing people together. So he brought out Beanie Siegel. He brought out Freeway. He brought out everybody, man. Okay, need more of that in Philly. WAKA FLOCKA. He reacts to the Diddy thing. Let me see if I have that. Let me see if I can play it. It's always better when you can play it. But he worked with Diddy back in the day. Diddy get jumped on the remix to, I think it was Hard in the Paint. It wasn't Hard in the Paint. Oh, Let's Do It. Was it that one? Yeah, maybe it was that one. What did he say here?
Hey, man, after watching that Netflix shit that Cinquetta produced,
50 Cent.
I don't trust no celebrity. Thank you, God. I never went to nobody part. That's why I never do no feature. I don't go to studios.
So he's basically saying, he's thankful he stayed away from Diddy.
Thank you. I'm not even hot no more. Nobody even requesting me. All that shit, bro. I'm saying.
That's basically saying he's just happy he's out of it, because he did work with Diddy once, but he's glad they didn't become besties like Meek Mill in French Montana. We'll get to that in a minute. Big Meech is out here posting weird pictures as usual. All right, he thinks he's a thirst trap for some reason. FBG Casino Sickers' release denies all snitching claims. It's too early to call him such. He got Bond. All right. The Game drops the DJ drama Gangsta Grills. Make sure you go check that out. I can't give it an honest review yet, to be honest. I'm going to be fair. So I'll check it out probably today. Meek Mill, story time. This is a little old, but it's funny. Meek Mill, this is the only time that he dressed up with Diddy. Him and French Montana have some stories about Diddy. They have some stories for sure. Meek Mill, story time. Coachella stopped at Maxfield La. Grabbed a silk type Gucci set because people said it would be hot. Then jumped on a chopper and landed. And I ran into Puff. I was salty we had on the same thing, but wasn't nothing to a king. We all got the whole store. But it's funny. Then he reacts again later and he says, I want to hire an investigative team, 100K cash, to find out every specific detail involving Meek Mill's name in the Diddy case. You were named in the Diddy case. But he wants to be. I also want them to look at who's empowering the media involving Meek. You were very close to Diddy, Meek. You did this to yourself. Something not right. You hung out with Diddy a lot, and so did French Montana. A lot. You partied with him a lot, so you know something. I'm suspicious of anybody that hung out with Diddy a lot, because usually like minds think alike. You have common interests, right? And Diddy has a lot of weird interests. It's not just girls. It's weird, freaky stuff, right? So I'm suspicious of anybody hanging out with Diddy, to be honest with you. Diddy, Andre Harrell, they had a weird. If you've seen the documentary, you can agree they had a spooky relationship. I mean, Diddy was living in his house in the beginning and mirroring him and dressing him. Andre Harrell and Diddy, he became Andre Harrell basically on steroids from Uptown Records. He learned everything and then took it to another level. But Andre Harrell and Diddy had some weird relationship that, cell phones with cameras and everything weren't around back then. So, we have to go by stories that people tell, but I heard it was spooky. And 50 Cent promotes Little Rod, who's in this documentary, and says this song of him is fire. Little Rod talented. Diddy still ain't pay him for the Love album, and he even touched his butt. If I was Little Rod, I'd be pissed that people were joking, because he said he woke up next to Diddy sometimes and he'd be sore, but it wasn't specific where. I would be very specific that, hey, it wasn't my buttocks. Pause, right? Anyways, this is JordanTower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and I will check you guys in the next one. If you want to run ads on the channel, now is the time. Prices are slashed for the holidays. I will check you guys in the next one. Peace.